Hello friends, welcome to this session and yet another session on our special series on translucence. This is the last tile that we drew and this was just an idea. You can place your paper anyway on the tile falling from here, or it can be in a circle with a cut there and open, right? So it all depends how do you want to place that translucent paper. This is just an example. Explore more on the tile, right? Today we will explore one more idea, just trying out new things to use translucence in different ways. So let's draw a simple zip today, right? So I have a pouch here or a bag which is translucent, and I have a zip over it, and I've opened it halfway through. So the tangle inside is showing clearly as far as half of the open portion of the zip is concerned, and the rest is translucent. Yeah, a simple concept. So let's explore it today. So I'm going to use a boulder nib first, and somewhere start here and draw a zip first. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is first probably start from here, something like this, right? And then this part of the zip, the upper part, and then the heart shape, this part of the zip. Draw it very simply, right? I'm not complicating it much. And then the lower part of the zip. So I'm using a boulder nib here, O8, right? And then I'm going to take this to the two ends like this. So that much of exercise we have done, right? Now what I'm going to do is draw the zip. So the way to draw the zip, very simple. Just like we draw, I don't know, what are these? These are mushroom shapes. Yeah, something like the tangle cuboid that we draw, just that it is a smaller version. Yeah, so I'm going to draw it here like this. So take your time and slowly. Don't have to be too accurate. This is not the main highlight of the tile. This is just a nice, right? So some of it will be visible inside here also. So I'm drawing that. And then here also I will draw the same thing. The open zip. Yeah. Using my O8 here. Take your time and slowly do that exercise. Right? You can also add a little weight here if you want to. Will give a little more character. Right? And I'm going to do the same exercise on the other side also. Yeah. So again, start from here. And a little bit of weight here. That's it. That's about our zip. I'm not going to do anything else. Now let us get to tangling. So now pick up your normal pen, O1. So I'm going to go with a tangle called Ya. Yes. And it is a tangle by CZT Emily Klassen. And I'm just going to draw some curved, some straight lines. You can either stick to the same number of lines, every time, or you can keep changing the number of lines. It is entirely up to you, right? So I'm starting with 4 here, right? You can go with straight lines, you can go with curved lines, you can go with a mix of straight and curved lines. So using my pen here, because this is the open portion, we will draw with our pencil in these two sections. Hope you got an idea of what I'm trying to do. Yeah, just trying to use the concept of translucence in different ways. Try seeing your tile through glass. So place a glass of water, draw some tangle with your pencil inside the glass, and then around you can tangle with your pen. Yeah, so try different things. Try drawing a droplet, a big droplet where tangles are translucent inside the droplet, and then you tangle around just the normal way, right? So let's see, maybe we try the droplet thing. So I'm going to go randomly here, sticking to 4, but you can always add as many as you want, 2, 4, 6, any number of lines. Yeah. So this tangle is called Yah, Y-A-H. So take your time. Drawing 4 here. Again drawing some lines here. You can draw them anyways. What I'm going to make sure here is I find these small black spaces in between to ink, because that adds to the look of this tangle. Yeah. So take your time and slowly build on it. Not planning where, how, just drawing the way I feel like. Yeah. So just continue. You can draw any which ways you want. Just take your time. Have fun. Build on the tangle. Yeah. So I'm going to continue like this. Please draw at your own pace. No hurry. So I'm still continuing with the same exercise. Drawing random lines, auras, wired, looped. Finding small little spaces in between, inking them because it adds to the look of the tangle. Yeah, so not thinking much where, how, just going with the flow, enjoying the process. Take your time and do that exercise. Yeah. So it's okay, you have to ink these spaces. There is no problem at all. You can easily ink the spaces where there are no lines. Your chain will still be prominent. No issues. Almost finishing here. So some of the spaces, if you have to ink, just go ahead. Yeah, so I think we are done. So that's the tangle pattern, yeah, which we have drawn inside as the zip opens up. Now the rest of the zip is closed. So we can either choose to go with the same tangle, or we can change our tangle also. It is entirely up to you. But I'm going to stick to the same tangle today. So take your pencil now and replicate the same tangle outside, right? Now with the pencil, right? So I'm going to start with my pencil now. Use your pencil lightly. Make sure it is sharp enough. So one of my subscribers, Kylie, gave a very good idea about using the mechanical pencil because it is sharper, it has a fine tip, and you can be more, intricate and more to the point when you use that pencil. Yes, that's true. And if you are used to using it, please do that. I'm not used to using that pencil, so I'm not using it. But if you can, your lines can be more precise. There is no doubt about it. It will help you, especially with this technique. Yeah. So thanks, Kylie, for that idea. So I am now drawing random lines. Right. So if you can, it is not always possible, but if somewhere you see that possibility, please build that connection from the inside. Yeah, as if the lines are an extension of what is there inside. Yeah, if it is possible, do that. So you will have these small little spaces again left in between. So we will go back and add graphite there, just like we have the inking inside. Yeah. So first we are just adding the lines. Take your time and slowly do that exercise. Draw with your pencil. The same tangle. Make sure your pencil is sharp enough. Draw different kind of shapes, loops, straight lines, curved lines. Have fun. This tangle is real fun. You can also go with a tangle called wheels, right? Which has this kind of a curve on the other side also. Yeah, so that's a tangle called wheels. You can try using that tangle also, right? So I think that will also look nice. Still drawing my tangle. Right, I'm sticking to 4 here at a time, but you can go with any number. That's fine. Right. So take your time and do that exercise. So I'm finished drawing one side. Now just pick up your blending stub. Yeah, the one you have some bit of graphite already on, yeah, so that will help you, and use that graphite which is already there to fill in the in between spaces, yeah. So that's very fine work. Be patient and go back to the empty spaces in between and add that touch of graphite there which is already there on your blender and fill it up. Yeah. So droplet is another concept. When there is water on your tile and you are seeing through it, there is some bit of translucence there also. So we'll try that also, where we use a droplet and see through it and create that translucence effect. Yeah. So let's do the same thing on the other side also. So now you can draw at your own pace. Make sure your pencil is sharp enough. So I'm going to sharpen my pencil again. Yeah. So again, going to start. No set pattern. No particular way to draw. You can draw it any which ways. They are just wires lying randomly inside the bag. So just take your time and slowly build on the tangle. Yeah, enjoy. I'm just drawing the way I feel like at this point of time. As you can see, there is no planning there. Go with the flow. Maneuver it the way you want. You can either draw same number of lines or you can keep switching the number of lines. All is fine. These overlaps give you opportunity to shade, and that's why we create them. It's pretty interesting. When we shade the inside, you'll realize that it looks beautiful because of the overlaps. Yeah. So take your time and I will do that exercise and get back. So I'm on the last section, almost finishing here. Right? Now again I'm going to pick up my tortillon, which already has some bit of graphite there. Makes my work easier. Otherwise I have to go back again, add some graphite, very light graphite. Right? So that part is taken care of. Use a used tortillon preferably. Yeah. It makes your work easier. So small little tips there. Take your time. Go to each of those sections and add that inking effect with your pencil. Yeah. So I think we have done that. So now we get to shading the inside, right? So pick up your pencil and now add small little bits of graphite at the intersections. But don't add too much because there are many here, right? So just decide where do you want to add. Where there is not much space, just do away with it. Don't add. So highlight the bigger intersections, those which are prominent, right? You don't have to add everywhere. And then blend, right? So I'm going to now use my blending stub, and without blending too much, just touching the places, a light touch there. Right? So that's it. We don't need to add more, otherwise the whole thing goes gray. A little bit under here. Kind of a slight shadow. Right? So just take your time. Give a slight shadow here. You can add to probably one side or both sides of this also. But these are optional things. And we are done. Right? So that's again another translucent style. Yeah. So just use your imagination. Take your time. I'm going to close my tile here. Add your chalk. Sign and date your tile. And I'll see you again with another new session. So explore more, enjoy, have a good time. Bye-bye.